So hello everyone, my name is Wiesław and this is our first interview in this channel. First interview with Bastiaan. So maybe in the beginning you could say something more about you, who you are and what's your name, where you're from.
Okay. So my birth name is Bastiaan Tevoortwis. Tevoort is my last name. And on the way on my, let's say, spiritual search, I received several names. The second name or spiritual name I received was Swami Rishan. It's from the Osho community. And it means good man. Then the next name I received was in Las Vegas from a friend. Like he really liked my music, and I joined him in some ceremonial work, and he told me Yansa, like that's a name that suits me. So Yansa is a Orisha. It's like a nature deity that governs the wind, the whirlwind, the lightning, and also watches over the grave. Kind of like she's like a Negro lady spirit, and very fierce and works is cleansing a lot of energies. Works with the lightning and the wind and the whirlwind. So I had that name, have that name. I still, I don't use it prominently, because I felt like I was connecting very much to that name, and my life was very much like the wind. Like I was going with the wind, traveling a lot, a bit ungrounded. Traveling from here to there, to there, to there was magical, you know, but I felt at some point like, wow, I need some grounding. So in that time, a bit after that I felt that. No, actually before that, I received the name from Huni Queen as well. Is a tribe in the Amazon, and I started to to study with them. And I received the name Yube Nawabushka.
Nawabushka.
Yeah, and
I never heard it.
It means the head of the jiboya, the boa constrictor, and the moon. And it comes from a story that they have. And the page, the shaman, told me this name suits me because I'm a bit like the moon. He saw that I give a lot of light inside with my music and energy, so gave me that name. So, but I did not really use that name. It was more like something personal. So I had the name Iansa that I used as to share my music online, like I had it on my profile, Bastiaan Iansa. I also had a time Bastiaan Rishan, and then it became Bastiaan Iansa. And then after feeling a bit ungrounded with the name Iansa, I started to study with the Yawanawa. It was like 8-9 years ago. And then when we had to work on the land where I was born, on the farm where I was born, my teachers, they received a message that they need to give me a name from their tradition. And then the name that was chosen was, by all of us, was Kamãvena. And this name stayed with me because I'm still with the Yawanawa tribe, like studying and related in an intimate way with them, bringing many groups there and practicing their spirituality.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of names, and
yeah.
So now you use mostly Bastiaan Kamãvena.
Mhm.
And what does it mean, Kamãvena?
Kamãvena means literally young dog.
Oh.
Young dog. Within their spirituality, a young dog carries a great spiritual force, and it's like it comes from a story. Shanipahu. These are stories, traditional stories from their tradition, and inside this story of Kamãvena, or Mawa Isa, because Mawa Isa is like the spirit of Kamãvena, or is connected to Kamãvena, is the spirit of a bird that is very knowledgeable, can sing all the songs, has a great profound spiritual meaning within their spirituality. And Kamãvena, he was a young shaman, pajé, who had a high level of knowledge and a well-educated person, and he sang the story of creation. Within that story, he was singing like for about 1 week, from where he was born until everything about life, about the earth, about experience, and then going up into the higher levels of spirituality, and talking about Shani, about the creator, creation.
And your birth name is Bastiaan Vortis?
Te Voortwis.
Te Vortvis, and what does it mean, the Vortvis?
Well, Bastiaan, it comes also from Sebastian, or in Brazil, Sebastião. So it means the honorable one. I think it's honorable, something like this. Te Voortwis, it's a Dutch last name, and what we think, I mean, it's not how to say, not written anywhere, but voort means to go forward, and wis comes from like wisdom, and te is, how to say, te voortwis, too much, like te voortwis. So I think it's like going forward with wisdom. Yeah.
Okay. Do you use this name also? Like it's on your documents, but do you introduce yourself sometimes with this name? Do you feel connected?
For sure. I feel connected to my family name, but yeah, publicly or with my Instagram and things like that, and music, I present myself as Bastiaan Kamãvena. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting, like, because my name is Robert Pivovarczyk. It just came to me. Not that I changed it, but was chosen from the situation in my life for me. But now I'm coming back a little bit to my old name. How it influence ourselves and our lives, names which we use.
It influences, for sure. But I think like when a name is given by teachers or because of a certain path that you are walking, a spiritual path, it like starts to, it's like kind of like given by spirit, you know, it kind of resonates with you. So it opens like a new phase. A name carries a vibration, carries a meaning. Maybe because the person who used to carry that name had certain qualities. Maybe people relate you to those qualities or see those qualities in you, or it can be like it opens a path for you to learn from those qualities or that vibration or that energy to strengthen you or to give you a guideline, you know, like a direction.
Yeah, it's strong thing, name, and every word carry energy. Do you feel that every word which we choose to tell is like spreading some energy to the life, to the world around us, and to the people? Should we really be careful what we say?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Words have a big impact. Yeah. Our presence has, so that we are here, that we are alive already is a very big energetical impact what we have within this reality. So whatever we say or what we don't say, what we do, what we don't do, what we choose, what we don't choose. So with words the same. I mean, I've had many lessons about this, and sometimes I would speak too much, and it would upset people, or it would definitely like influence the course of the things that were happening. So, but sometimes words need to be spoken, and sometimes we are learning about how to speak, what to say. Sometimes we don't think enough before speaking, and then we will carry the consequences of that. So, but this is for us. It's all experience what we are having here. But I see it's kind of like levels and that we move through. And within that we carry the consequences of how we move, how we think, how we behave, how we speak, how we touch the things, what come close to us, how we move the energy. And some things are, conditioned because we come from a nest, from a family, from a certain people, from a certain tribe, a certain background, certain type of education, and even within that maybe the same education for our brothers and sisters, they develop differently than we do. We have our own inner karmic work, so within that, we move.
Yeah. Do you think in our spiritual growth, our language, is it changing? When I listen, all the recordings from my family, recordings like when my father was videoing a lot when we were young, the way how we talk was different, much different. So I feel like the way how we speak, the words which we choose is also changing.
Yeah, also depending on who we are with, because the people we are with also we need to speak with each other to be able to understand each other, and also we do our best to be do something good, to be liked, to be appreciated, because friendship gives us a security also, and treating people well and being treated well by other people is about love, and we're all learning about love. And also everyone that we meet, everyone that comes close to us, everyone that we start to exchange with on a deeper level is also kind of like a messenger from above, or like a reflection of what we need to learn from, what we need to manifest or exchange. So the people that come into our lives also represent something about ourselves, and within that we are always learning, and within that we also speak a certain language. So with that language we will affect each other, and in that way it can go in any type of direction. But we are reflecting, and we are navigating and walking in the eternal now, but always busy with something. Being human is like a big busyness. So
we're talking about language, about words, and it's really connected with singing, because we're singing some words in your journey of your life and changes. Could you tell me something more about languages, like the words which you express by your singing? Now you mostly sing in language of Yawanawa people. And before you were singing also different kind of songs like mantras and so on.
Portuguese, English, Hebrew a bit. in Dutch also a few songs. Yeah, well, when I started singing, was around 18 years old. Now I'm 41. So I got a guitar and I was on the Waldorf school and I started to discover my voice. I never really focused on singing before, but I felt there was a lot of energy there. So at first I was singing in English and I started to create songs in English to express my feelings, express, maybe, what I'm going through, or desires, wishes, spiritual insights, relationship things, So, yeah, English was first and foremost a language that I liked to sing in, because in Holland English is also quite prominent with the music that we listen to there and the movies. So it was natural, it sounded nice for me to express myself in English. And then when I started to connect more to Brazil and to the music that comes from there, I started to also create songs in Portuguese. And I loved the language, very poetic, very loving, it's like exotic in a way. So I could express a whole different range of feelings and sense of beauty and enchantment through the Portuguese language. And then when I started to meet the indigenous people from Brazil, more from the part of Acre, close to Peru, there I got deeper enchanted with the language of the indigenous people there. They have very old language and very magical energy to it. Each word has like quite a deep type of vibration that really enchants me and many people. So when that study opened with their language, with their songs, I started to create songs with that, and actually since I really deepened inside that, the Portuguese or English songs, they don't carry a lot of connection to me anymore, or a lot of power or energy. Like I feel, since I'm more connected to the indigenous songs, I barely sing the songs I created before.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when I started my spiritual path, I started to sing a lot of mantras, Indian mantras, and I started to feel how it changed me, the vibration, and I started to understand more and more of how the vibration of words and the sounds affects me.
How the vibration of the songs is transforming you, right? Like a mantra that connects to very divine, high vibration energy. I definitely felt that also as saying also mantras. It creates a beautiful energetical space, a spiritual space, like where we can be in prayer, where we can be in meditation, or where we can transform energies, what we carry inside, come to a good, space, or resolve things inside, just through creating a really beautiful energy. So these old type of chants, they carry a unique vibration, and like from the mantras from India, for example, or other places around there, they are very old and come from people who were connected to very high vibration. So this is super beneficial for us to be able to connect to that, even though it's not from our culture or not from our ancestors or our roots, but the world is very much connected now globally through internet, through being able to travel. So yeah, and the same like with the indigenous in the Amazon. So for me, connecting to those songs, and when you start to repeat those songs, like certain type of mantras, it starts to transform you. It's like food for the soul or the heart or the spirit. So it starts to teach you, it starts to transform you, it starts to open a new type of path, and it's magical.
Yeah, now I start to feel more what I want to ask, because the one word is the key, the vibration. What I start to feel more and more, that people appreciate the music and the vibration and how it changed the world. I also have like feeling that the vibration is what can heal us in many ways, can heal our body, change our mind and our construct. And my question is how your spiritual work is connected to that, to vibration of sound. Do you feel that is a main thing what can heal, what can affect us with your work?
Yeah, definitely. My relationship to how I express sound nowadays changed a lot. Maybe it has to do with age, but for example, when I was 18 and I started to sing, I had a big explosiveness inside of me, a lot of emotion, a lot of charge, like entering into the world, you know, like going out of your nest and meeting the world and having a lot of challenges with finding yourself, finding your way within. And then it was like I had a lot of struggle internally, a lot of strong emotions, good and bad, you know, also self-destructive or like transformative fire, you know. So when I discovered this channel of being able to sing, I felt like a big strong need to be able to sing. It was kind of like a bridge for me to be able to express myself and to reach other people, because I had in my adolescence I had a hard time being with people, being intimate or being close or developing relationships. I was very restless. And singing, discharging or expressing the enchantment that I feel with life or what I'm longing for, you know, it's like when you're singing, you're also manifesting something. So at first, for me, singing and expressing my voice through those vibrations was like I was creating a path, opening the path for myself, or creating a bridge, or whatever I would feel I would express, and usually connected to my own healing process, because I had a deep search for healing myself and developing my spirituality, developing myself, because I knew I was not yet where I needed to be. So at first, this whole development of exploring music and the magic and the effect of sound was something of high necessity for me. It saved my life, you know. And then when I started to record it more, people responded to me in a way that it affected them a lot and helped them a lot. Or it helped them to move through depression or through challenging times. This was a surprise for me, you know. Like I think it started around 15 years ago that I started to record some of my songs, and I put many on SoundCloud, and I was recording them in my little caravan or in my room with a laptop and with GarageBand and with a microphone, you know, and just started to record. And then I moved to Brazil and started to connect more to the Brazilian music in Alto Paraíso, medicine music, and like all kinds of new vibrations, you know, expressed through the healing process and the spiritual discovery that I was having. I was expressing through vibration and through sound and singing, starting to sing inside circles. for people. Sometimes concert, I don't like concerts too much. I like more natural, you know, like, or ceremonial. So yeah.
Did your voice was open since you were young, or it was a process?
It was a process, you know. Actually, when I was in my puberty, I had a really hard time to speak. I was very shy, really. Like, within groups, I would implode. Like, I would fall silent. I would have a hard time to speak and to be heard, actually. And it would bottle up a lot of energy, you know, like, because I had such strong emotions and energy movement happening inside, but I could not find my way in relating with people. So yeah, when I discovered around 18 years, when I entered into a choir in the Waldorf school, then I discovered what wants to come true, and then I would like spend time alone in the forest and start to just open the voice and move the energy, and I would have so much force there. Like, it would be also like such a liberation, but also made me a bit scared, like, what to do with this, you know. But somehow singing and putting it into beautiful melodies and in words and expressing myself started to be something I loved to do a lot. And I was doing it a lot in my room and in where I was. And then at some point I took the courage to share it with others, and it would, the vibration of course would have an impact, or would people would feel it, what I'm also feeling, or what I'm transforming. So for a long time, singing was like a necessity for me. I felt so much energy that needed to be moved. And it opened my path, like it brought me to many places, connected me to many people. I traveled a lot because of that. And then at some point, actually, like, it started to diminish, or like I was like peaking, singing a lot and also playing the guitar. And then at some point, like, my hands started to, from all the playing and starting to need to repeat it because people wanted to hear it hit there and there and there. And I started to have like problems to play because I was not doing it from my heart anymore, and not from the natural energy. So that's like a little bit the thing with when something becomes like popular, or people listen to it on their device, or it's like online, and then to play it again and again in the same way because people want to feel you, the person who created that, of course. But that is something like a bit challenging for me, to repeat what has been recorded. It's kind of like when I record something, it's like I gave birth to something, and then it's out there. It's like an identity on its own. And sometimes I don't even sing the songs anymore that I created. So, and then at some point, like, also through my study and involvement with the Yawanawa, because I also developed a lot of songs within their culture and their musical culture and tradition, like songs on the guitar. Like I learned a lot of their songs, traditional songs, and then they're called saiti or saiti kaya, like more the common songs that they all sing, and I was learning them. And then I started to receive melodies in dreams, or when in really inspired moments, and I would come with new melodies that I put on together with the guitar, and then I shared it with them, and they appreciated it and wanted to learn it, and started to, you know, add also my inspiration to already their magnificent music, you know. So I started to exchange, and in that time when I entered, there were not yet so many people singing within the Yawanawa tribe, but now, like, the new wave of the new generation, they're all singing. So it was like when they came up and started to bring their own melodies and also blend with the melodies that I brought and that other people brought, you know, with their inspiration also before me and on my side. And like now it's like more with them, like they are bursting out with strong voices and new melodies, and I felt in that time when they really came strong, and before that I was kind of like a teacher for them. I started to take a step back, and I don't feel so much the urge to sing, only like when it's asked, or when it's the moment that I am presenting it to people in a certain constellation or a workshop or a concert or a ceremony. So but I love to sing still, but I don't feel that urge anymore. It was like before, it was like a fountain that just didn't stop, you know. I was creating songs each week, or sometimes each day a song would come, but also many times songs would come after a process. Like I would go through a challenging time, or like a learning or growth process, and then once the page would flip, or before the page would flip to the next chapter or the new level, it was like a song would come and would express what I went through, and the vibration that I would put in that would be something new, like a new unique type of flower that would be born or given birth to, you know, after a process, and then the song would come, and then wow, it's like something new would be there. And then I would also let it go, or I would sing it for some time, or other people would like to start to sing it, depending on who would like to connect to that vibration.